Guys, we have two interesting and very important chart pattern which can pump the Bitcoin price to almost 47,000 US dollar. Furthermore, we have interesting news regarding crypto in Germany, and of course we also have some interesting on-chain data. And guys, if you don't want to miss any content in the future, leave a subscription here, and also let us know if you like our content down below in the comments, and leave a like here and have fun with the content.
German authorities seized 50,000 bitcoins worth over 2 billion US dollar. What that means for the Bitcoin price right now we will talk about in this part, and we have also some very interesting other topics, but I would say for now let's start with the bitcoins. This Tuesday morning, German law enforcement authorities seized nearly 2.17 billion worth of bitcoins in Saxony. This is the biggest of its kind in Germany till now. The bitcoins came by two men who were investigated by the German police over a longer period of time, and they were the people behind the illegal streaming service Movie 2K. With the money they earned from this streaming service, they bought those bitcoins and hold them over all those years till now. Now they cooperated with the police and sent it over to the German police enforcement law authorities and sent the bitcoins over voluntarily to the German police. But the big question is, what does that mean for the Bitcoin price right now? Earlier, we have seen some other seizments of bitcoins, or better say cryptocurrencies in Germany. Normally, they are sold on auctions, which means we will not see a direct selling pressure activated by the German government, like we see it in, for example, the US. Normally the US legal department are selling those bitcoins. For example, we have seen this in the Silk Road law process, where over 200,000 bitcoins are currently under control of the US, but they are selling all those bitcoin by themselves. In Germany, it's another process. They sell those bitcoins as bitcoins to people who are bidding on those bitcoins, and then they can decide what they will do with these bitcoins. So we will not see a direct selling pressure, but it will be very interesting what will happen to those 50,000 bitcoins. Will they sold in once? I don't think that will happen. So we will see many small entities who buy those bitcoins, and then some of them will sold on the free market and some of them will be hodled. Another really interesting topic right now, the open interest. In the last few hours, in the last 2 days, we have seen a really strong raise in the open interest, over 2.5%, over 780 millions, while the Bitcoin price only raised over just like say 5.1%. What does that mean for now? It's really likely that we see a smaller correction to liquidate, or better say stop loss, those newly opened positions. This is why currently I am looking for this smaller dump, we can say, because often if we see a faster raising open interest than rising Bitcoin price, it's really likely that we see this counter movement. So watch out for another dump, because this is really likely to happen for right now. And if we talk about a counter movement, we need to take a closer look at this perfectly drawn liquidation heat map. Why? What we can see here right now is we have some really interesting liquidation levels from 33,000 US dollar down to, let's say, 32,300 US dollar. This is the next zone I think we could hit, especially in connection to this newly opened interest. And for now, that's what I keep an eye on. Now I would say let's jump into the chart.
In the charts, we need to take a look on the smaller time frames, because we still didn't fully reach our first price target of the falling wedge we talked about earlier. And if you guys want to stay updated about the bigger time frames, please make sure to watch our yesterday's video video there I made a full cycle comparison with the last cycle. We had a look at the weekly chart and I talked about what my predictions for the next few months on the Bitcoin course is. For now I would say we'll just update on what is happening on the smaller time frames. We there got a new chart pattern which could have a bigger impact on our current trend. As I just told you, we still have an open price target at the $47,000. That would be the second price target of that 4-hourly falling wedge, which we broke out to the upside. We didn't fully reach our first price target. It's kind of the question where exactly you put the low point or the breakout of the downtrend line, because in some cases we could also have already reached our first price target. But we are still in our uptrend with a nice daily close yesterday, nearly 3% in the profit with the Bitcoin course. And the question now is, how will this day work out? We still got a new pattern on the smaller time frames we will have a look at in a few seconds. But as you guys can see here on the 4-hourly time frame, more or less the whole day we just consolidated to the side, and this formed a new chart pattern on the smaller time frames, on the 1-hourly time frame, and this is a symmetrical triangle. This symmetrical triangle is for sure not the biggest pattern, so it's not the most important one, but as we can see, we are just trying to break it to the upside, and this could lead us to another try to break out of this uptrend we talked about a few seconds ago. The price target for this symmetrical triangle would be something like $44,200. So the uptrend is at the moment above us at about $44,000. So if we manage to pump in the next 2 hours really fast, we could test on the uptrend again and maybe break it even to the upside. In my opinion, it's not that likely. If we may even get rejected with that 1-hourly candle, which is actually closing in 40 seconds. So maybe we can live see how we get rejected and close below this trend line here, or maybe even above this trend line. So no, we got the close a little bit above our symmetrical triangle. I'm pretty interested in will this be a sustainable pump out of the symmetrical triangle. As I told you earlier, that's not the biggest pattern. It's on the 1-hourly time frame and not a big pattern on the 1-hourly time frame. So that's not the most important pattern we're having a look at the moment, but it could help us if we manage to close the next 1-hourly candle above this trend line again. Could help us to get another try of breaking this uptrend channel to the upside, which would be very crucial to hit our first price target of this bigger falling wedge we talked earlier about, and then we could even maybe fill our second price target at the 47,000 we also talked about earlier. I think that is all you need to know about the charts at the moment. Have a look at the symmetrical triangle, and I would say we'll see us in tomorrow's update again.